Hi, today we're going to look at some of the different functions that are within Edmentum to help a student when they find that they are struggling with a passage or just need a little bit of help. So this is the beginning of Exploring Cause and Effect tutorial, and it starts off with a video. So the video will play, and that alone doesn't necessarily need the students to interact with it so much. But when you move on further into the slides, it does begin to have more text. And when we finally get to where they're starting up. So let's say we get to this question and a student is unsure of maybe a word like consequence. So there's a number of different tools that could help the student with this. So if I use the reading tools, I could then turn the slide narration on.
Type your response in the box. Scientist Isaac Newton developed the idea that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
And
in
so,
other words, every action has a consequence. Think of a time when one of your actions had a consequence in a paragraph of 50 to 75 words.
okay, so he was going to continue talking until I left that slide once I turned the slide narration on. Now, if I do the click to speak, when on, you can select sentences and hear them read out loud. So maybe there's only part that I want read. I don't want them to read everything on the slide. I could then say, hold on, I'm struggling with this part, highlight it and press play.
In other words, every action has a consequence.
And then it can just read to me the part that I am struggling with as a reader. So other tools that are over here, the table of contents for the slide. So if I want to go back to something, maybe I get all the way down to the activity and I realize that I need more information, I can go back up to cause and effect and look a little bit more. There are some resources. It says Benjamin Franklin and guided notes exploring cause and effect. And if I go ahead and pop those out, this then actually gives me a paper. So if I would like to do a worksheet on cause and effect, there is some extra resources that are right there in with the slide. So I'm going to go back to my slide presentation. Another tool that they have is a dictionary. So maybe it says, in other words, every action has a consequence. Well, man, this word, if I look at it and say, I'm not sure.
Every action has a consequence.
Should turn off the click to speak if I don't want it to talk to me anymore. If I want to look up that word consequence, I can copy the word. And the dictionary, Merriam-Webster, lets me know what consequence means. Another function that it has here is a translate. And so I can go ahead and maybe I need to translate my work into Arabic. And I could go ahead and copy that and have it translate, and it would then come into Arabic down below. The last tool that is in this section of Edmentum is a highlighter. And just if, as a reader, I'm looking at this and I say, okay, I need to think about what this is asking me to do, and it wants me to think of a time when one of your actions had a consequence. So I want to highlight that. It then tells me how long it should be. So then maybe I want to highlight that. And I need to explain my actions and the consequence that it created. So that's what I need to do, and that helps me focus on what it is. So those are all of the tools that are here in the slide in the lesson presentation. Now we're looking at a mastery test, and in the mastery test, and again I'm still in exploring cause and effect, in the mastery test the tools are in a different place. So they're no longer over here on the left hand side, but the tools are up top. So if I press tools, I can still click to speak, and my options are Ava and Tom. So I can have Ava read to me what's on the page.
Viewing 1. Select the correct answer from each drop-down menu. Complete the analogies by filling in the correct words. Wolf. Pack -fish.
And so we can hear that when Ava reads it, she is reading literally what is on the page. So there may be small confusions, such as when it says pack, wolf pack minus fish. That's not really what that means, because an analogy would be read, wolf is to pack as fish is to fill in the blank. So the speaking tools can be helpful, but just note it is not a perfect function. It's reading what is on the page. There are also highlighting tools so that I can highlight what is in the questions as I am answering, and I can clear all of my highlighting. So these tools, these read aloud tools, are available in both the lessons and the mastery test so that students can use them as they're working at home through these lessons.